If it was some of the evil, Jesus would have said so. But the love of money is the root of all evil. People love money more than they love people. Search your heart and ask people to search their own heart and do it in as palatable as manner as you can, maybe more palatable than me, to be effective, to win people over, because that's it. It's not about me being right and you being wrong. It's about pulling you out of the darkness and into the light, man. Winning souls for God, about salvation, about where your soul is going to from here, what you're going to be found deserving and worthy of getting from here. That's what it's about. And working, fighting the good fight in the meantime. And even if you lose, you did your level best to leave a better world for your children and future generations. You fought like hell. You might lose to these evildoers because they're still very powerful. They might keep raising your cost of living tax through cost of living inflation, okay, and debasing your currency and creating more desperate poverty, keeping the crime levels high, keeping the dubious war high, keeping the social welfare system high, keeping the lenders high, okay? But you know what? At the end of the day, they're going to lose because this earth is going to go to the meek, to the righteous. Just remember that. So I guess I wasn't done preaching before I got to the current events, but this limo thing needs to be looked into to see if these people had carbon monoxide poisoning and they weren't all dead before they crashed. That's my suspicion. Kavanaugh confirmation, I could care less. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I wanted the woman that was one of the other possible choices Trump could have made to be the Supreme Court justice. I think it would have been politically expedient for Trump too. He needs to do some things that are smart, okay? That's going to really win some of the liberal people over to his side. Okay, at least in the meantime, it's going to help take some of the pressure, because there's a pressure on his supporters too, man. And he's doing that with this, allowing the Social Security rate. I mean, I don't know how much input he had into that, but Kanye West sure as hell thinks he has a lot to do with crime in Chicago, that Trump could do a whole lot. Yeah, if he ends poverty, and Kanye West is right about jobs, but it's more than that. I mean, if they have to just do a basic income because the jobs don't exist, what are we supposed to do? Manufacture jobs out of thin air? I mean, that's the same argument. Let's just buy a bunch of watches then, break them, and then teach people how to fix them and give them jobs. I mean, it's a stupid argument. Okay, but a basic income would prevent that. As long as nobody's desperately poor and you say, well, you need to go sailing on the lake today there in Chicago, whatever. I mean, do something else besides selling drugs and committing homicides. Okay? So, I mean, there's solutions to these problems. Just remember, people don't want the solutions. Their job is at stake if you solve the problems. Kanye West, you got to get that through your head, man. People close to him have to get that through his head. Somehow he's got to get that through his head. Okay, but he kind of he acted a bit stupid at this meeting. I can't imagine acting the way he did. He really went on a tangent, really rambling. I mean, it looked like he might have been really stoned or something. I mean, he was, and they say he's off his, mental health medication. He's got mental illness and all that. Hey, look, we've all got mental illness. If you don't have a little mental illness in this world system, man, you really, the most mentally ill people are those that don't admit that they're a little mentally ill. You cannot be a little mentally ill in a system that is wholly mentally ill. The entire establishment is mentally ill, okay? But if you're serious about fixing problems, okay, I'm telling you what it's going to take, okay, folks? I'm telling you who's causing the problems in this thing. Alex Jones had on InfoWars, the director of Gab, I can't remember his name, but all this social media, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Gab or one of the many other popular social media sites, I find it all a little stressful. Okay, when I get some derogatory comment from somebody, I do my YouTube, so inevitably I end up with some comments here and there, and sometimes people want to make me, oh, you're an idiot and this moron, and I get it, so everybody has to bear the cross of people that are haters, okay? But it's stressful, and I like to imbibe in it as little as possible. So I don't do a lot. I go on Facebook, and usually it's just relatives or people I've known for a while. I mean, I'll just go like a page. I might comment a little, but it's nothing usually particularly controversial. Maybe I'll provoke a little thought here and there. But generally, I feel like this, YouTube series of videos is sufficient to get my message across, to alleviate the sense of compulsion I have to doing something, okay? Because I can't sit on the sideline. I cannot be indifferent. I cannot be complacent, okay? Because I don't want other people's blood on my hands or my head. So it's very important to me. It's essential to my welfare to at least tell people my opinion, my side of the story here, my view, get things off my chest, and fight the good fight. Even if I lose, okay, and things keep going on this trajectory, so be it. At least I did my level best, and I'll stand before God and be able to answer for it. I'm doing what I can to pull people out of the darkness and into the light, so we all get it. I want to be happy, and we go this thing together, hand in hand. Freedom is an absolute quality, and in order to be totally free, okay, it's a we. We have to do this thing together. We have to be utterly, completely, absolutely free from the money masters of misery who have been just dragging us around by the short hairs of our neck for a long time. And I'm done with it, man. At least I'm going to get it. I'm going to be able to finger those that have been causing this problem, either through complacency or through intent, by deliberation. There's a lot of evil people who would gladly sell their soul for temporal position and place and wealth and power in this world. And I don't understand it. They're insane people to me to sell your soul for a few trinkets and temporal trinkets and knickknacks. That's insane, man. That's demonic. That's madness. Okay, but I can't stop trying to reach those people. Okay, but to me, they're out of their freaking minds, and it's totally illogical. But this Gab guy said, he was talking about, Google and the spying and all this, and I'm totally pro Fourth Amendment. And I totally get that, you know what, unless there's probable cause, there's no reason why anybody should be going through your papers and effects. Okay, today's papers and effects, as everybody knows, are on their computer. So, yeah, I'm for privacy. Do we have it? No, that's why I protect myself. I get virus software. I mean, I don't like the idea of being snooped on. Nevertheless, hey, so be it. If they do, they do. So what? I mean, if God knows everything about me, it can't be that bad that everybody else knows everything about me. I can't be too worried about it. I don't feel too ashamed about any of my files, anything I do. But does that mean I want everybody going through them? I mean, just ask yourself that. Any one of us. I mean, even if you don't go on the computer, are you ashamed of anything in your house? You say, well, I don't want everybody I know to know I do this thing or have this thing or this or that. These files are personal and private, and I don't want just anybody going through my stuff. Of course, it's just reasonable. That's why we have a Fourth Amendment, okay? And it's been said, look, we're all doing something wrong, and they make so many arbitrary and capricious laws out there. If they wanted to enforce them, they could come and arrest everybody for something. So yeah, we enjoy our privacy, and we have a constitutional right to do so. And it's unconstitutional to take that right from anybody. And if Google or anybody else is doing that, then it's not only unethical, immoral, and wrong, but it's against the law. It's against American law. It's against constitutional law. So, yes, I'm all for this director, the CEO of Gab, wanting this protected and speaking out against Google not allowing this. And free speech, I mean, taking Alex Jones off the show, what did he do? At least he's trying to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, he's totally out of control sometime. And I worry, like everybody else, that he's spinning out of control and losing it, and he's just going to pop, he's just like, his heart's just going to burst out of his chest sometime, or his head's going to explode. But it's no reason to take the guy off the air. It's no reason for censorship in America. First Amendment all the way, baby, yeah. So anyhow, that's how I feel about it. But I like that guy. I like the director of Gab, and I probably should join, but I guess there's a membership fee. And even if it's minuscule, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should join and pay the fee. I don't know, what the membership fee is. But it seems nominal. I don't think it's much, but of course, As we all know, everything goes up in price, so it's not a donation only. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe the waiver. Maybe you can opt out of paying it. I don't know. But you can look into Gab. I think it's a good social media site. I'm not on it, but I might end up joining it. I don't know. But, I do need to comment more because I used to comment all the time when InfoWars and Alex Jones' channel was on YouTube. Easy access to commenting, and I could correct these guys as needed, and I needed to all the time. And, I don't have that opportunity anymore with them taking him off YouTube. Yeah, and recently I had to listen to Owen Schroyer's condemnation of Californians. I mean, what are these people, idiots? I mean, he talks like he's, a jingoist, like he's the only good American out. Like there's no good Californians, patriots out there. I mean, doesn't he understand about a critical mass? It's a tiny percentage of Californians that are steering this ship. Okay, that's what's going on here. It's the same within America. Why he complains about America. I mean, what the rest of the nation would starve to death without Californians. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. So say what you want about California. Okay, we produce the food the rest of the nation eats, basically. Okay, so you could call us down the tubes. Look, Governor Moonbeam, yeah, they've increased poverty between him and Obama. They've increased desperate poverty, allowed the cost of housing to go through the roof. In this time, yeah, I'm totally opposed to that direction. And a lot of people, progressives and socialists and liberals are. That why would they want that? They claim to be egalitarians. They've got to understand rudimentary economics. But a lot of these people, I think, are totally ignorant. They just, it's a group think, and they just say, no, my team, my side. Yes, I'm blind and ignorant, but at least I've got people that are blind and ignorant with me, the blind leading the blind. But you know what? We all know socialism doesn't work, but still I'm going to stand behind it and say it's the only answer. Robin Hood, take from the haves, give to the have-nots, the only answer I know. And my team believes it. I'm just going to go blindly along. Even though the people leading your team don't give a crap about socialism, they certainly don't want egalitarianism. They don't educate you about how it doesn't work, how the people that can afford to pay the bills in society comfortably aren't doing it. They find loopholes. They get attorneys to get them off paying the tax, and it always falls on the backs of the poor and the middle class, and it always hurts the poorest to poor the very most. Duh. They're the weak links in this thing. It's like playing a game. I'm out. I'm done. I can't afford to play Monopoly anymore. The rent got too high, and I'm homeless now. That's what's going on, and they're going to condemn the homeless, and then they're going to call themselves Christians. I mean, Owen Schroyer, who the hell are you, man? Who are you? You're turning a lot of people into socialists, man, because you're young. Why does Alex hire these young? He's in his 20s. What life experience does he have to tap into? If you're not listening to your elders, man, you think you're a better patriot than me by condemning California? What the hell are you thinking, man? You're condemning countless. We're the biggest state in the union, man. We've got over 10% of the country's population, man. And Alex Jones telling you that California are coming to Texas and reckon it, we're leaving California in droves and all this while the population is skyrocketing in California just like it always has been. What the hell's going on over there? No more fake news, Owen Schroyer and Alex Jones. Come on. Come on, man. I don't want to talk to you guys like this. But, you really let me down. You really let me down by you guys, allowing yourself to get banned off YouTube, but by not nipping this thing at the bud. I want to be able to comment on YouTube, but see, I have to do it now on my video blog. I have to get all angry and pissed off about this stuff. What do you think, California? People are people wherever you go, man. What, just because these people come like locusts, they came to California, they wrecked it up, and they're the ones coming to Texas, and you're going to blame native Californians like myself, okay, for the problems, who have been fighting these problems my whole stinking life, but pointing out the truths about this. When they want to blame minimum wage workers, oh, they're going to cause inflation. Right, like they've been the cause of inflation in the last 3.5 decades, 5.5 decades since they murdered JFK. And minimum wage has fallen sorely behind the cost of living. Oh, no, we're still going to blame the minimum wage workers. It's their fault. No, don't look at the market manipulation and the collusive special interest group. We're not going to educate people. We're not going to talk about that. I'm only in my 20s, and I don't know enough about it to really talk about it like that. So what are you doing, Alex Jones? What are you doing, man? Are you intellectually dishonest? Who are you then? You don't have to stand before me, but you will stand before your owner. But I heard Alex Jones waxing theocratically recently and talking about God and how important it is. So maybe he is listening to me. But man, you're late, man. You got to get with it, man. Get reinstated on YouTube. Get reinstated on Google and on Twitter and Facebook and wherever they've banned you, man. That's what I want to see you really doing some stuff. And really saying, look, I promise I won't lose it anymore and offend so many people that they have this, vast, number of people, group of people that are saying, no, we're banning him. He's talking too violently or whatever it is. He's too much of a bully, what they say are good grounds anyway.